There are a few cues you can use to figure out if an image you're looking at is mirror image reversed. Things like wedding ring on the left hand. Sometimes looking at the background if you see which side of the street drivers are driving on. Without these cues, it can be trickier. Most objects are asymmetrical, but unless you have the actual object to compare to the photograph, there'd be no way to tell. But now, artificial intelligence has figured it out. Even without such obvious cues to go by, they can tell if an image is mirror image reversed or not. Mirror image reversal is an interesting topic. I remember when I was in my introductory physics class as a freshman in college, spending an inordinate amount of time trying to figure out why mirrors reversed right to left but didn't reverse top to bottom. It turns out that, of course, they don't actually reverse right to left. They reverse back to front, which has the effect of taking things and reversing them right to left. The reason being that you're seeing things from the other side. The reasoning becomes easier if you picture a mirror as instead being a flat pane of glass, and your identical twin is standing behind it. Then think about what would happen if you actually had to then go around behind the pane of glass and line yourself up the way you were in the image. Your right hand would be his or her left hand, and vice versa. With a mirror, of course, what happened is your image didn't make a 180-degree turn. It simply reversed back to front without any rotation at all. You're seeing yourself not so much reversed as inside out. Interestingly, there is a mirror that reverses top to bottom. It's a concave mirror, which creates an image that seems to float in front of the mirror and is upside down with respect to you. Whether concave mirrors reverse text, I'll leave for you to figure out. What brought me to the subject of mirrors is a paper called Visual Chirality that was written by a team right here at Cornell University. It was presented at the 2020 Conference on Computer Vision and Pattern Recognition. What the researchers did was to develop an artificial intelligence that could recognize reversed images without such cues as reversed text or analog clocks. They got pretty good at it. The cues they picked up on to some extent were things that when you'd look at them you'd go, oh, of course, like what side the buttons on a shirt are. Wristwatches were also a dead giveaway. Most people wear them on the left wrist because most people are right-handed. Likewise, most people hold a cell phone in their right hand. But there were some curious ones. It turns out that the algorithm figured out that in face-forward photographs, most people gaze to the left. Men with facial hair were also easier to figure out. The researchers couldn't figure out why, but the algorithm was picking up on something about an asymmetry in men's facial hair, possibly caused by the fact that, once again, right-handed people tend to hold things in their right hand, which is what I do with my electric razor in the morning. Study co-author Noah Snavely said, "It's a form of visual discovery. If you can run machine learning at a scale on millions and millions of images, maybe you can start to discover new facts about the world." After the training, the algorithm got the images right 80% of the time, which is not bad. The study has applications in the analysis of images to be able to tell, for example, what images have been doctored or altered. What it puts me in mind of is the facial asymmetry that just about all of us have. I can prove it to you. Stand in front of a mirror with a piece of paper and first cover up the right side of your face with the piece of paper, and then cover up the left side. You'll be surprised at how different the two are, even if you try to make your face relax and not have any particular expression. The angle of your mouth, the tilt of your eyebrows, and so on, all give our faces asymmetry. It was interesting that a study a while back showed that people with more symmetrical faces tend to be considered more attractive. Denzel Washington won the contest for the most symmetrical face, and was also ranked as being one of the most attractive people in the study. Some people have speculated that the reason behind this evolutionarily is that symmetrical people might be genetically more healthy and therefore have a likelihood of having more healthy children, but nobody really knows for sure. Anyway, it's an interesting finding, and certainly could come in useful in detecting doctored images, because certainly with our era of fake news, that's become more and more of a problem. For me, though, I think it's going to make me pay more attention to when I trim my facial hair. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. The resources are down there, and please subscribe to our channel. Thanks.